I'm going to share some thoughts on 5 modules I've landed on over the last few years forming this live case, including the last one that's brought it all together, like lovable weirdos gathering to sing at Eurovision. I've been quite tactile when selecting for this case, being that I'm the only Eurorack pop writer in existence, probably. So this is a module that I bang on about all the time, and it's made it to my list before. I friggin' know that, so before you start, just friggin' don't. It's the Spherical Wavetable Navigator, or the SWN, or the SWN, if you're really short on time. It's a pretty impressive piece of kit, given that you could probably just buy this one module and just be on with it. It's almost semi-modular in nature. It has built-in effects, patchable VCAs, a mix of LFOs that you can alter the shape and the time of, but in my case, for me, there's 2 reasons why I sacrifice the precious HP on it. I have to put it on the list for those alone, and it's that I need polyphony, which is number 1. This provides that, and 2, it does it in a way that's really repeatable, what with its presets and everything. And it also does it in a way which I can be quite clever with the arrangements and use it to complement the Chord V2 that I've got in here. And it's a sexy beast to look at, not dissimilar to myself, which is probably why I resonate with it. And just once, I swear it said it loved me too, in its sleep. Number 2, straight in there, is the A111-111-1116. I don't know how many ones are in there, but there's a few. So this one is an analog voice. A voice being an independent signal path constructed of some stuffs. Now usually said stuffs takes a buttload of HP, but not this. Bass in a small footprint in my case, literally. And I've been using this on some recordings now for the last sort of 3-4 recordings. And by Eckers does it sound lovely. It is very nice. It's very nice. And it's lovely to just have a bass voice that's tactile for recording, as well as playing live. But I can just twiddle with those little knobs and just get some very, very instantaneous results that feel quite organic within a recording. Nice filter, nice selection of waves, nice modulation, nice work. But what would you expect from the company that started this Eurorack back in '96? Rhyme unintentional. Hashtag tuck shops, hashtag trying to get an alien slime egg preggers. 90s kids will know what I mean there, hopefully. Anyway, basically, the A116 is probably the best bang for buck voice on the market. And realistically, you probably want a mono voice at some point, and I'd highly recommend this one. I'll be getting a second one, if that helps drive it home how much I've been impressed by it. Number 3, at one time, I would have sighed at the thought of someone putting this next module in any form of list like this. If you like it, then you should have put a rings in it. It's a rings. So historically, I only used my rings for its main intention, which is a friggin' resonator. Not a lot of people seem to do that. But now, jumped on the old friggin' bandwagon, and I use it for its physical modelling voice. And it plays all the leads in this case. And I have to admit, I'm converted. I even run it through the beads for the mega lolzors, like a true. And I've said this in my other videos on this, but I love the idea of taking a tired, old, overused patch combo and just trying to get something new out of them. And a lot of it in this case is just using it in a different context or a different setting. A change is as good as a rest and all that. You might not find an original one now, but that's even better because you can find an even smaller, even cheaper one of those clones and just be happy. So number 4, Ben said that if I didn't put this next module in, he would block me on Instagram. Of course I am just joking, but it is his oct. So I said the last time I did this about how I've never not patched it, a double negative I believe, that I can't figure out right now, but basically I always patch it is what I'm trying to get through to you, because it's amazing. So for live, I need interactive things. I need them to do loads, but with very little effort on my part. Title of my sex tape. That. With the oct, I can send out 8 variable speed LFOs and have them modulate a load of shit without doing anything. But if I do want to interact with it and alter it in a new way, then I only have to twist one knob. Insert another sex tape joke there if you please. It is by far one of the most simplistic modules in terms of patching, but equally it's one of the cleverest modules that you'll ever patch. It's either a oxymoron. I think it's an oxymoron. Don't forget to hit the like so I can make modular a little less scary and a little more sexy. Number 5. Last is the GC. No, not that obnoxious lass from Essex. I was going to use some more descriptive words about her there, but cancel culture. It's the ground control is what I'm talking about though. It's more than just a sequencer. It's a brain. And by gosh, does it feel good to finally have a brain. Feels wonderful. In my case, it's also a master clock that is more reliable than many of the others I've used, including Ableton. Let me put my teeth back in. It can also be used with various PPQNs if you know what they are. Shout out to you if you do. It can do all of my drumming needs with its XOX style sequencer or live recording or other sequencing types. It does my bass voice, my lead. It also sends to my chord so it knows what key to play in. It has projects and patterns, and it has an Ableton style launching system that's perfect for live, which makes sense in a live case. It has some limitations still for what I use it for, but only when I start comparing it to the DAW. Things like altering the swing between patterns rather than projects. But if I'm honest with you, that stuff is really specific in it, so it's not even really worth talking about. It can be used to power modules as well, but I've got an itch. But I'm not doing that here. It has mutes and you can alter divisions between parts. I'm starting to sound like the friggin' manual now. You're probably thinking, yeah, but it's also bloody expensive. And I can tell you why that is, though, if you would like me to do so. And all it takes is for you to click the video on screen, wherever it is right now, somewhere on that screen. Have you clicked it? Obviously not, because you're still listening to me, but friggin' click it. And if not, if you don't want to click it and you still want to listen to me, well, sad news, I'm going. Cheers, bye.